It's the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coach's Corner, fueled by Donut Country and McDonald's on 1019, 100.5, 1450, WGNSSports.com, and Big G TV.
Back here on the Coach's Show, brought to you by State Farm agents Andy Womack, Dana Womack, Celeste Middleton, Alex Williams, Ron Reeves, and Emerson Williams. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. We're talking Riverdale boys basketball. The head coach, Michael Voss, is here with us. How many years for you at Riverdale?
At Riverdale, this is 11. So it's 26 in the county.
26 in the county.
22 teaching, 26 in the county.
Wow.
Because, I started as a non-faculty at Laverne in 2000 with Wirt and have just stayed here ever since.
And then you decided to get into education, and the rest is history, huh?
Yeah, I made a mistake when I was in college, way back when, my first time through, of not getting my teaching degree. And so I had to go back, and that's when I was a non-faculty with Wirt at Laverne.
Yeah.
I was in school at MTSU getting my teaching certification, because it's not like it is now. Like now,
it's much easier now.
It's much easier to get a certification now. Like I would be in year 26 teaching if the rules were the same then as they are now. Yeah.
Well, and all of that coaching. I mean, coaching was the thing. I guess,
yeah, no, that's what it was for. That's why a bunch of coaches get into it. It's not like that. That's what somebody said. People like to say, "Well, you'd still be a teacher." I'm not guaranteeing that. Like, it's all about it. For me, it's been about the sports. It's been about staying in competition, and I love being around the kids. But it's especially about being around my team, and so that's one of those things where I can't honestly say what I would be doing, because I don't know what I would be doing if I wasn't coaching. This is just the only thing I've ever wanted to do.
One of the things that it's not even really a survey, but one of the questions that I want to ask now that we have gone through the regular season, now that we have gone through a 4-team district tournament. Mm-hmm. Thoughts on that? We did see some upsets. Does it water down how you finish in the regular season? But it's always been a tournament sport. I mean, you can go back and forth. Just your thoughts on that whole thing.
We had a big we had a big debate amongst the coaches. Williamson County did not play a district tournament this year. They had one district that was a 4-team district, another team that was a 5-team district. That 5-team district, the 4 and the 5 played. I went on Tuesday night when we were playing the championship nights, in an elimination game, basically, and whoever won that game was the 4 seed in the region for that district. We had a lot of debate about it. At the end of the day, what we kind of liked was we all decided that we liked getting those 2 extra games in at the end of the year, because it's basically a way to get 2 extra games at the end of the schedule. Plus, I do think this, when you look at the other side, they kind of went chalk as district regular season went. So did their district tournament. I mean, there wasn't really very much over there. For our side, when you looked at our district, Oakland really got going late. The first time through they go 0-3. Second time through they go 3-0. They were playing better than everybody else at the end of the year in our district, and so they beat Rockville obviously in that last regular season district game, and then beat them again in the tournament, and they did kind of get rewarded for playing better at the right time than everybody else.
Yeah. You can make that same argument on the girls' side, for instance, too.
I think you can. Like, I just think at the end of the day, the district tournament does have some merit to it. It's got a lot of merit to it. It was a way to get those 2 extra games, and we found a way to. It helped us a little bit, because instead of us being the 4 seed off a regular season, we're the 3 seed now, and you just kind of look at the bracket, and it's a little bit more favorable bracket for us.
Honestly, it puts you in a situation to decide what a coin flip decided on seeding, though, right?
Yeah, and so, we didn't have
there was no coin flip.
Ours was a coin flip for the boys. All the coin flips were in the girls' side.
That's right. It was based on that last game of the regular season.
It was, and we could have had a coin flip.
Yeah.
honestly, at the end of the day, I'm not sure that the coin flip would have affected anything. You know, that's when you look at who our coin flip would have been with. If we had won that last regular season game with Siegel, then it would have been a coin flip to see who played Oakland, who played Rockville. Both of those teams, honestly, were playing better than us at the moment. And so I'm not sure. I don't know if it affects anything, honestly, when you're talking about the seeding for today for the region tournament. We would have both, us and Siegel would have been playing in that 3-4 game, and we'd have had to go out and win it like we did. And so I'm not really sure that it changed anything on the boys' side. I do think on the girls' side it probably affected things quite a bit, the way that the tournament ended up falling. And end of the day, if you don't want it to come down to a coin flip, you got to do everything you can for it not to happen, and so I'm not I'm never sure on this what the best solution is. To me, it's just about going out and playing the games and doing what you got with the games in front of you.
Whatever that is,
yeah.
I guess, and that group decision was made.
Yeah.
There could be another one next year. Who knows? I don't know. But you all will get together and talk about it, and that'll be much later on down the road.
That's the thing. We'll get together in the spring and talk about it. And I'm fairly certain we'll still have district tournaments next year. Like, I don't think that's going to change. No. We may change the way we do a couple of things. I do know that, like, Williamson County, they're doing a region tournament all at one location. You have to get permission to do that. Now, I'm not opposed to it,
but they didn't have a district tournament, so that was one of the reasons why they're doing that.
That's what I do like in our format. I like rewarding the higher seeds with home games. Like there should be a little bit of a reward for finishing first or second in your district. That reward is you get to play at your place. Mm-hmm. I like that because that's the way that, to me, I've been, like we talked about earlier, I've been doing this 26 years. That's how we've done it for 26 years. Like that's the way it's been. That first game has always been satellited out. Now, a lot of that goes back to when I first started at Laverne. We were in, our region was Clarksville, Henry County. Like you're talking about a spread out region that was all over the place. Mm-hmm. Our original district at Laverne was Gallatin, Hendersonville, Beach, all those guys. So that first round being satellited out there makes a lot of sense. Sometimes when you're closer, I don't necessarily know if it makes just a ton of sense to satellite it out, but I do think, again, there should be that reward for being the higher seed.
Well, nobody in Rutherford County has more than a 15-mile drive.
No, and that's the thing, is we're all pretty centrally located. I do like the fact, too, that we're all playing at the same time. Like, there's not going to be a first-round advantage of, hey, this team played at 1 o'clock, this team played at 7 o'clock. Like, we're all playing at the same time. So, it's going to make those semifinals equal.
Michael Voss is with us. We're talking Riverdale boys basketball. I did want to just bring up a couple of players, and the first one that comes to mind for you as our SRM Concrete Solid performer in the tournament for you was Braylon Burns, 14 points against Rockville, and I think he equaled that in the win over Siegel as well.
Yeah, he either had 14 or 16. I can't remember what it was, but Braylon had a good tournament. That's what we looked at. A couple of things later in the season, he had a season, so obviously he's a football kid too. So he gets here from football. He's in football shape, and he hasn't touched a basketball in 4 months. He's got to play his way into shape. At Christmas, he got really, really hot and played really, really well. When we went up to when we went to the Christmas Classic at Westview, played really well early in district play. Kind of hit a little bit of a lull for a week or so right after, and it was everybody right after that snow break that we had. And then here recently, over the last couple of weeks, over probably the last week and a half, has been playing really well again, finishing at the rim. When Braylon's playing well, he finishes well at the rim. When he wasn't playing well, like he was struggling a little bit, and when he struggles, he starts to force things some, and we talked about that, and he's done a great job of just kind of letting the game come to him here in the last little bit. And, there's a reason why he was all-tournament team, because he had 2 really good games. He had 6 rebounds in one as well. He had 7, I think, in the second game. Like, he played really well for us over this little tournament week.
Yeah, I thought he was really a big spark for you guys. So the region tournament is set. You guys go to Stewart's Creek. This is not untested water, unlike sometimes, when we go into region play, you haven't played these opponents before or all season. But there is at least some familiarity.
Well, I mean, it's the 3rd time that we've played in 3 weeks. Just the way that the schedule worked out. When we first went, again, last spring when we're meeting and we're talking about playing these region games and doing region play too, when we were at the scheduling meeting, me and Coach Jones had gotten together and we'd said, hey, we're going to play on, I think it was the 17th of February, that last Tuesday. And then whoever ends up being the host team in the region play draw will just play at the other place. Well, turns out we drew them the Tuesday before we played that next Tuesday, and now here we are playing them again, a Saturday later. So this will be the 3rd time we've played in 3 weeks. We know each other. We had a chance up there. We played really, really well offensively up there. We couldn't keep the Nelson kid in front of us at all when we played up there, but we played really well up there. Found a way to stay competitive in that game, got beat by 5. Then down here, we came out really poorly early, it got down 19, cut it to 5, and just ran out of gas. And so it'll be a competitive game tonight. Me and Coach Jones were talking about it earlier. It's going to be a fun night, and I think it can be one of the best games in the county when it comes down to it.
Yeah, I think when you look at it from top to bottom, this is a very tight tournament. You may have a favorite or two, but then you look and it's going to come down to how teams perform tonight. Does that help them going forward? You've got some hot teams that are coming off district tournament. Are they still that way? And so, coming off a win, going into the next tournament and tournament play has to be good for you.
It is, because being that team that finishes 4th in the tournament is never fun. Because you're going in on at least a 2-game losing streak, a lot of times more, and that's where winning that game will hopefully give us a little bit of momentum. And you break down the brackets at the end of the day, you look at our side. Our side's got a chance to be very competitive, with the other game being a Smyrna Oakland. Like, you're talking about games that really were decided by single digits almost every night.
Yeah. It's going to be a fun tournament. We will be at Stewart's Creek for the Riverdale and Stewart's Creek boys game tonight, 7 o'clock tip, and we'll see you there, Michael. Appreciate you coming in.
See you, Brian. Thank you.
Michael Voss, this morning, our guest from the Riverdale Warriors on the Coaches Show, brought to you by Ideas Tees, who'll be happy to help you fulfill all of your imprinted apparel, embroidery, and advertising specialty needs. Find out more at ideastees.com.